Alright, what's going on YouTube? Today I'll be making another video and I will be teaching you guys how to make a macro for trials. So pretty much the basics of making a macro is obviously the timings on your placement, and you make sure like you have your stuff upgraded by the time the boss comes. So pretty much you want to be running a main DPS and a shield breaker. So for example, my main DPS would be Darkwing, which everyone should be using because he is currently in the meta, and Venus is my shield breaker because she has a high SPA, and as well as Goku. So since my recent macros have been made with Venus, I will be using Goku today to show you an example on how to make it. And basically what you want to run usually to make a macro, if macros, other people's macros don't work for you, you can make your own obviously, and it should work 100% for you because obviously it was from your computer. So whatever you're running, you should be good. That's what you run for your macro. I'm gonna explain why I don't use auto skip in my macros, is because sometimes it could be unstable, and when the shield people come, you will start to leak. And if you don't have enough DPS, the units will, start leaking into your base and you'll probably fail. So that's the only reason why I don't use auto skip. So I'm gonna turn it off here for you guys, and I'm gonna get into the trials. Alright, so pretty much now that you're in, you want to find yourself like a lineup. Usually what I do is I use this line right where it says under trial-arc1. I'm gonna use this line. I'm gonna scroll all the way out, and for example, I'm gonna match it with this corner of the path. So, and then once you have your like lineup that you could use every time you want to use your macro, you're obviously gonna set it to the game speed you want. I only have 2x. Okay, and then Control-Shift-Alt-R, place my Midas, start game, spam click it. Then since you have auto skip off, you want to skip the first few waves. Then you're gonna place 2 more, just in case you misplace them. You could do it again. You're gonna wait for the auto skip again, and then you're gonna skip again, quick. And you're gonna place your 4th one. You spam click it, just in case you missed the other ones. You're gonna place those, and then here you're gonna skip again, and then pick the card. You're gonna wait. You could spam click it if you want, and then pick your card. Spam click that. Here I'm gonna place my 2 DPS. So first I'm gonna place Ulquiorra on one hill, and then my other one on this hill. And then after, you can spam. You can actually upgrade this guy once, and then you can skip the wave. And then here I'm gonna place my 2nd Ulquiorra in there, and then this one is gonna be on here, or whatever unit you're using, preferably Ulquiorra. And then here I'm gonna place my freezes, one over here in the back, one in this, and one in here. And then here you could upgrade this Ulquiorra, the first one you place over here, upgrade it once, and then this one over here, you're gonna upgrade that one as well. And then here you're gonna skip the wave. At this point, you could have auto upgrade on your farmers, and then here you're just gonna wait. The units are gonna start coming in. Pretty much you're gonna get your farms to max before you start upgrading anything else again. And around wave 9 to 10, you're gonna place the Gokus for the shield. So here you can just wait. As you can see, my Ulquiorra thing is not that good. So here I'm just gonna skip, level up these things. Shouldn't leak. But I do have a trash trait on him. So this is just showing you that you don't really need a good trait as long as you don't have auto skip on. Okay. So here I'm just upgrading my things. Check here, skip wave. It's gonna be wave 8. So here you're gonna pick a card. Bam, click it. Now all your things should be upgraded. You don't have to turn off the auto. But here I'm gonna turn on auto for both of my Ulquioras that I have one on. So one on each side. For example, this side and then this side, you're gonna have one maxed out on each side before you upgrade these two. So yeah, I'm gonna wait. Honestly, you could probably skip here for more money, because you don't really, the shielded don't come until later, so you could speed up the macro depending on how much damage your units are doing. And if you think if you're leaking, then you gotta slow it down. But if you're not leaking, then you could speed it up. If you have stronger units, you know, you could use that to your advantage. So here we're gonna have these soldiers coming in. You can skip this one as well since it's wave 10. I think wave 11 you pick another card. And then here it's almost maxed out. You gotta wait. With macros, when you're placing your units as well, you wanna try spamming it at least 2 to 3 times just in case it didn't place the first time. It will be better, you know, just in case. So here, bosses are coming. I think the shield is coming soon. Honestly, I'm gonna skip this one because I feel like I could pass it. And here are my first one, so I'm gonna spam click it, and then I'm gonna spam click this one for at least 5, maybe 7 seconds, just in case I didn't get enough money to upgrade it. And this one's gonna be the next one that I'm upgrading, so we're just gonna wait. I'm pretty sure the things actually once you're done upgrading this one to max is when you can start placing your Gokus. So here I'm gonna skip, and then I'm gonna pick my card. Don't forget to pick your card first, and then I'm gonna spam click, spam upgrade, and T, and then here I'm gonna place my Goku. So I'll put one here, I guess. Here, I guess. No, maybe one here. I'm gonna switch it to shielded. This one to shielded. Here's when you want to start slowing down, is when the shields start coming in. Here I'm gonna switch it to shielded. Honestly, you could put another one like right here if you want. And you're gonna switch it to shielded. So once those on shielded, you can press T. Since both of these are maxed out, you can't use your scroll wheel. So you're gonna click the bar, scroll all the way down, and then put auto upgrade on both of your other Ulquioras. Once you're done that, you could just chill. Usually I like to, so once this shielded unit passes this campfire and this one gets to this corner, I like to skip the wave. So I'm just gonna do it here. And ST, so these are not yet to be maxed out. Here it looks like they're gonna leak a little bit, but they shouldn't. As long as you could play with your own tempo, you could play around with it. You don't have to be too consistent. You could just flow with it. It doesn't really matter. It's all on your timing and stuff and your units that you're using. So here, some of the shielded are slowly getting through. Might be because this Goku is not that strong. Oh, yeah. So here I trolled because now they're getting through. So I do unfortunately have to place a Venus, but I'm only doing this to save the run. I'm gonna upgrade it a couple times, it's whatever. It's not gonna affect the run too much, it's just gonna slow my tempo. Just like how you guys, if you guys make your own macro, you could play around with it, you could place your own units. It's all up to you, it's on your units. So here, usually I do use Venus, but here it's kind of leaking a little bit, so here I'm gonna just chill. Hopefully my units will kill them. Sometimes other macros are longer than others, it's all up to you. The auto skip macros I don't like though because they leak very often. So just gonna chill here for a bit. This one might leak, hopefully not. Shouldn't. This one shouldn't leak. Should be chilling. We should let these go through. Should be fine. Yep. So this Venus is now a part of our macro. Just because Goku's weren't doing as much. So here I didn't even have to skip. So here wave 14. Wave 14, when the shielded get to around here is when you could skip. Because the last wave is relatively very easy, it doesn't have too much. Here my thing got upgraded. So I'm just gonna spam click it, have enough money. Spam click for a little bit and click out. Here we could chill. So I'm gonna speed it up a little bit until the shielded get to the point where you should yep. Okay, I'm back. So here we see that there's like what, 3 shielded units left. There's none here, so then I can skip the wave. I'm gonna press T again, spam click this one, then I'll have enough money and then upgrade it. So now we have all our guys upgraded. We're gonna now press T again and we're gonna spam click our shops, then X. Make sure we spam click just in case it messes up. Spam click this one might mess up but should be good. Press T. And we're gonna put auto upgrades on our Gokus or whatever unit you have, and then now you can just chill back and then wait until the run is complete, because by now it should be complete. You should have a perfect run. Obviously with your own tempo, you could play around it with yourself, use different units. So, and then after the run is done, we're just gonna do a little 10 to 15 second buffer just in case. For example, 2 of my Ulquioras got stunned on this side, so we have less DPS. Or unfortunately, like all of my Ulquioras got stunned, for example. We're gonna have like a 10 to 15 second buffer after the macro's done, just so just so it's consistent. And it's better to be consistent than inconsistent and have a faster macro that's inconsistent, because you will make most likely you'll probably make less from whatever you're macroing overnight, for example, or throughout the day. So we're just gonna chill for a little bit. Here it's just stun right here, so I have no source of damage coming in. I'll do a 10-second buffer just because most of my Ulquioras got stunned. Just because, yeah, just your own tempo, you play around with it. So right now only one of my Ulquioras are DPSing these 3. And yep, we're gonna count 10. Okay, so now you just spam click this. Then you can spam click replay. And then Control Shift Alt R and your macro is complete. Here you just save it, you just do as death macro. That's your own macro, you save it. Continuous playback 1x speed. And it goes through the whole macro. I'm not gonna show you guys because it's pretty straightforward. It's just some tips and tricks to making macro. I do have a lot of macros in my Discord down below. If you do want to test my macros out, you may join, and don't forget to hit the sub and like button. Yeah, and that's pretty much it.